Words of the late, great Sparky Anderson. He don't want to walk you. And, of course, Rich Gossage didn't. The rest, as they say, is history. Kirk Gibson will join us here on Diamondbacks Live from Detroit, part of the fabric, I think, of the great city of Detroit, the great state of Michigan, and certainly the history of the Detroit Tigers. You see the bio, but, of course, you might also remember him as the all-time winningest manager in Arizona Diamondbacks history. A familiar face, certainly, to Diamondbacks fans and Major League Baseball fans. But before we talk to him, he doesn't know this is coming, so I hope he can sit back and relax, because it's time for story time with our own Mark Grace about, guess who? Kirk Gibson.
The Motor City, Detroit, Michigan. You can't think about Tigers baseball without thinking of one of our favorite people, a guy that was here for a long time as a manager and did very well, and that's Kirk Gibson. Kirk Gibson was difficult to play against. First of all, he was so doggone good. Second of all, well, let's just put it mildly, he was insane. If he hit a ground ball to the second baseman or shortstop, you could hear him coming to first base. I'm waiting for a throw, and you can hear him blowing snot. I mean, he's hitting the ground really hard, and he could run really fast. And I'm like, God, throw me the ball so I can get out of here. You know, I really felt like he was going to kill you, and I think he might have. Or one time, left-handed pitcher for the Cubs named Paul Ossenmacher, curveball guy. He hit Kirk Gibson in the foot with a curveball. No big deal, right? Wrong. Gibby was mad. Now, when a guy gets hit by a pitch, guess where they go? They go to first base. Yeah, there's old Gracie. He's yelling at my pitcher. He's yelling at Ossenmacher, calling him all kinds of names. And I'm like, Gibby, man, give it a rest. He hit you with a curveball. He wasn't trying to do that. Probably shouldn't have done that, because he goes, I don't care, Gracie. He hit me. And I was like, okay. And he's like, and you better tell Sandberg and Dunston, if somebody hits a ground ball, I'm going to knock him into left field. So you know what I did? I said, hey, Sean, Rhino, here he comes. Thank God nobody hit a ground ball, because Gibby would have really injured Ryne Sandberg or Sean Dunston. I love you, Gibby.
I think that might just be the best introduction and best warm-up act in the history of Diamondbacks Live. Kirk Gibson joins us now from the broadcast booth. And Kirk, first of all, when he said the name Paul Ossenmacher, you immediately said,
he hit me. Yeah. Gracie, his version's a little different. I don't know why Gracie had a bat there. I'm not there. But he will need it when I see him next time.
It's called self-preservation.
Yeah.
It's good to see you, Kirk Gibson. And I want to say this. You look and sound better than the last time I saw you. And I want to just get right to that. I know you are attacking what's going on in your life. Like, I think everyone expected you to do that. I applaud you. And it sounds like you're armed with wisdom, knowledge, and your own perseverance that you've always had. So good luck and Godspeed with that. And I think a lot of people can draw strength.
And look, you have to embrace what you have to deal with. And once you know what you're dealing with, it's much easier. There are people that will help you deal with what you got to deal with. You got to understand that. You think you're going to die initially. Mm-hmm. That's not really the case. You can fight it for a long time, and you can contribute. And I've always felt like I've tried to lead when I played on the diamond, and I've tried to lead in the Parky diamond as well right now. So I get down, but I have people that lift me up. The support's been unreal. And I've been giving several talks to people. I was 2,500 people recently, and many of them had Parkinson's. And I know they felt much better about themselves when we left that evening. And it's the least I can do. I'm not going to be reclusive and then just disappear. I'm going to go strong until it's over.
Is information the best thing that you have at your disposal, Kirk?
Well, I have the same, I guess, opportunity as anybody else, but I spent probably a little more time in doing it. There are a lot of things that people don't understand about Parkinson's disease, and I'm trying to get that out there. And it's okay that they feel certain things, people with Parky. Mm-hmm. I call it Parky, no disrespect, instead of Parkinson's, because it's kind of like I carry this guy. He goes everywhere with me. My golf game, not a good caddy. Parky's my caddy. I mean, I've never been a good golfer, but Parky, you're the worst.
There's nobody like you, Kirk.
So yeah, you just try and get others to find a way to get through their tough days as well, and try and get them to go to the proper people. And we're trying to create new breakthroughs. I was down at the Celebrity Fight Night down in Arizona, outstanding, the Muhammad Ali and his work, Jimmy Walker, what they've done. been trying to get people to come together because they've spent so many dollars and so much energy and time on trying to find a cure for Parkinson's disease. And, you know, I'm like, cooperation, collaboration, teamwork. That's what my foundation, the Kirk Gibson Foundation, that's what we stand for. Try to get people to get together and see if we can't make advances in a little different fashion. I tend to think outside the box. That might be a shocker as well.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're just trying to get good people that wouldn't normally get together and innovate some new ideas.
Well, I applaud you on that. And I want to take you back because I think what you're about to see and hear probably applies to your life and times right now, but it also applied to a team that no one thought would win the Western Division in the National League in 2011. It was a conversation you and I had in the dawn of Cactus League. Look at this Kirk Gibson.
I'll get knocked down. I'll get back up. That's who I was as a player. There'll be those who doubt me. I don't care. And for me, I'll just tell you, it's like there's going to be a lot written. People will say things about myself, about my staff, about our organization, and they're welcome to their opinion, but it's who we believe, what do we believe in ourselves? How do we picture ourselves, okay? And we need to become our own experts. You know, people say, oh, we don't expect them to contend. I say, how do you know that?
Yeah.
How do you know that? I disagree. I call bullshit. Okay, it's just the way it is. And we compete. People, I had 3 strikeout games, fouled out on the 4th, and came up. Whoops, sorry, just won the game. You guys had your fun the whole game. Okay, I came back and I got you when it counted, and that's what we're looking to do.
I will never forget that moment as long as I live, Kirk. And can you apply that to the team that you watched win in 2011? And I think a lot of Diamondback fans right now are kind of holding on to this season saying, this wasn't supposed to happen, and it is.
Well, absolutely. People spend too much time on negativity. And, you know, when I was the manager and I came in there, we were trying to stop people from thinking that way. And, you know, you do have to fight people that are attached to the organization itself, the fans. You got to, you know, don't forget I had some great people around me. Kevin Towers did an outstanding job. And he moved, I believe, Mike Bell to the minor league position that he's in. Mike's done a heck of a job since then. And, you know, Derek and Ken, we were all on the same page. I'll never forget the meeting we had, an organizational meeting in the spring before 2011. And everybody was there, and we made everybody talk. Everybody had to write an affirmation. And we were basically deciding who we are, who do we want to be. We want to be the Yankees, we want to be the Twins, we want to be the Astros, and how we're going to do it. And those guys and Mike Bell and the organization, they wrote a organizational handbook, which I'm sure they have to this day. And when I look at this team that you have in 2014, that's from the hard work that goes way back. We were all part of that, and we're all very proud of that. And it's the way it's got to be. And, you know, as far as what happened in my tenure, there are a lot of things went on that didn't last, and it was time to move on. And Torrey's doing a heck of a job this year, and I pull for him every day.
Well, I'm going to show you something from Todd's garage as I let you go.
I got one of those.
I will never, ever let go of this. This reminds me, this is the uncivilized tie that your team, JJ puts, I won't say names, made for you because these guys loved you, and this is the spirit of that team and that group. It's great to see you, Kirk, and I know you're not going to dwell on it on your telecast, but there's a lot of guys on the field that cut their teeth with you, your babies, if you will. Enjoy this. It's great to see you. We miss you. Good luck. Godspeed.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on. And I just want people to stand up for the game of baseball like I was taught. Play it the right way, and your team does that. And my babies, as you say, I know who they are, and I was honored to have the opportunity to get them going. They're certainly standing up for baseball today.
Go to a break with some images of that season. Diamondback fans, it wasn't that long ago, and it's okay to celebrate when you win like the Diamondbacks did. Never forget that group of men. And what a playoff series it was with the Milwaukee Brewers. There's Kirk Gibson at the top step. As I said, the all-time winningest manager in Diamondbacks history. Great to see him, and thanks, Kirk, for being on D-Backs Live here from where else? Detroit, Michigan. We'll be back.